it's me, Chanelle McCleary.
Thank you.
And Patrick, you want to sing now?
You're not going to get me to sing on camera. And it's me, Patrick!
Wow!
I've been doing Chanelle's makeup for quite a while now, and we really wanted to come together and create this video. A little tutorial to show you how we achieve this look. So let's get started! Woo! Okay, first things first, let's get prepping that skin. I like to use this moisturiser by by Embryolisse rather. It's called Crème Concentré. That's how I like to pronounce it in my French accent. Once I've prepped Chanelle's skin, I go in and fluff the brows up, which is a very important part of her makeup. I use a little Morphe spoolie brush and really get them up, high up in the air, fluff, fluff, fluff. The most important part of the eye makeup is actually the base, and I start by concealing all over her lid and also underneath the brow, creating a really, really sharp line. It's almost like I make a shelf that my brow is going to sit on later. You can see I'm painting all across the lid. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define, I think it's called. Once I've applied it all across the lid, you'll see I change my brush to an MUA brush, and I pat, 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 pat all across the lid. This is refining the texture. Chanelle obviously is finding something quite funny here. Refining the texture of the concealer, making sure that it's ready for my eyeshadow application, and blending it in really, really thoroughly by the bridge of the nose and also further out of the eyes. Now onto the eye makeup. You can see I'm going in with a flat, fluffy brush, and this is a shadow called Morocco, I believe, by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm creating like a little semicircle, a little upside down C. Well, it's not really an upside down C, is it? It's just like a semicircle, a half moon. And obviously putting that on both sides. Whenever I apply this shadow, I actually go, first of all, like in a window wipe motion, side by side, to apply the shadow. I like to build up my colour first before blending it out. Don't know about you guys, but I actually really struggle with my blending, have done for a long time, but I find this technique is much easier to use, where I'll go in and build up the colour of my eyeshadow first and then start blending it out. I just find it a little bit easier to work with. You can see me doing that now. I've changed my brush to, oh god, I can't remember what it's called, a fluffy blending brush. It's a MAC one, and rather than just going side to side now, I start by swirling around in a circular motion. Oh hello, I've got a new brush. This is my Coco large blending brush, and I do know the number, it's a 1.15. Spin, 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 and I'm doing the same on the other side again now. It's almost like I'm doing little circular motions now, and that just helps to tease the colour out. Rather than some people will work the other way around, some people will apply shadow on first and sort of start blending as they go, but I can't do that, I find that very difficult. Just re-enhancing my crease now with the same colour that I used before, Morocco, and sort of re-enhancing and then blending. It's like a little like to and fro, re-enhance then blend, re-enhance then blend, or apply shadow then blend, apply shadow then blend. Now for a quick drink break. So after a quick change of underwear, I'm going to start cutting out my crease, and I'm using MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I really, really like this paint pot. It's actually Soft Ochre. I really like this paint pot because it's very long wearing. Over the top of that, I'm pressing one of the Peaches and Cream pigments. I think this was actually a mixture of Wish and Gatsby. And then tickling my darker colour again, Morocco, into the outer corner of her eyes. Tickle, 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 with my blending brush. And obviously repeating the same with the other side, going in with my Soft Ochre and my pigment, which was a mixture of Wish and Gatsby. And defining my crease again. Tickle, tickle, tickle. To smoke out Chanelle's top lash line, I'm going to use MAC Kohl Pencil in Feline. I like to sketch it all across the top lash line, a little bit thinner in the inner corner, a little bit thicker in the outer corner. give that really gorgeous feline appearance. You can see I'm just checking the shape of it there to make sure that it's nice and symmetrical, and applying a little bit more where I need to. And I'm going to start to smoke it out, but while I'm smoking it out, I'm actually applying black shadow over the top of it as well, which is going to set the pencil and keep it in place. So I kind of blend and set at the same time, and just make sure that it's nice and intense. Just using Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear on the outer corner of her eyes to help tease that black into the eye makeup as well. And then in the inner corner now, applying my Inglot gel liner in a number 77 to really intensify the lash line. Of course, this is why we do the eye makeup first in a lot of makeups. We like to clean up underneath the eyes. We're going in now with my foundation, which was a Nars Sheer Glow foundation in the shade Barcelona. And I'm tickling that on with my Flawless Powder brush by MakeupTutorial. Really, really like this brush. You can get a really beautiful finish. And you'll notice as well when I'm applying it that I'm not using a very heavy hand. Although I might look like it, but I'm using a very light touch. And I buff my brush very, very quickly, which is how you can get a really nice flawless finish. The concealer that I'm using is the I always say it wrong. It's the Tarte Shape Tape, not Sharp Tape Nape. The Tarte Shape Tape concealer in a medium, I think. Yeah. Okay, hold up a second. I'm just going to give you a little glimpse into the kind of conversations that Chanelle and I end up having while I'm doing her makeup. Please be aware this is a little bit naughty, so if you have a nervous disposition, I recommend you close your ears now, and it'll probably explain why the majority of this has been muted as well.
Yeah, and this guy said the best compliment that you could even get, I think. He said that my
Your vulva. Or are we talking vagina?
That, I don't know how to word it. But he said that it tasted really nice.
Okay. What tasted really nice?
My vagina.
And that was probably one of the more PC conversations that we were having. Anyway, on with the concealer. So I apply to the top lip, chin, middle of the forehead, and all the way down the centre of the nose to get that little skinny mini nose. The most important part of Chanelle's makeup now are the lashes. This is something that both of us get asked about quite a lot. What lashes do we use? Now these were a pair of Tarte lashes in number TL4, but then the pièce de résistance when it comes to her lashes are the 167s by Eldora, which we always stack over the top, so you can see the difference now on the two sides. It doesn't really matter what base we use, I find you still get a really nice effect as long as you use the 167s on the top. Okay, so I'm just going to start teasing all of the concealer into the foundation, and I'm using a Backstage Beauty blender brush. I think that's what it's called, the concealer brush or something, and just tickling around all those areas, making sure that they're married beautifully into the skin. I don't use a clean brush, however. I'm actually using a little bit of one of the RCMA foundations from the Shinto series palette on my brush that will match the skin tone, and that just helps it tease in really, really beautifully. Using a clean beauty blender. This is actually by a brand called Buff & Blend. It's an Irish company. Their beauty blenders are fabulous, really like them. Skin smoother. You get 2 in a pack for €6, which is fab. And then working my contour on now using a Bobbi Brown foundation stick in a number 9, not 8. And I'm applying all around the hairline, the sides of the cheekbones, and then down the middle of the nose as well. And then blending that in with my MakeupTutorial My Ultra Multi brush. Oh, you can see the palette here. This is my dirty Shinto series palette, and I'm using a slightly more bronzy colour to blend the actual contour into the skin. It's almost like using a liquid bronzer, really. It just helps push everything in, and it gives it a really, really nice smooth effect. Helps everything marry together. And when I blend my nose contour, I use my beauty blender. Okay, I'm going to start setting underneath the eyes now. Really important to make sure that you smooth out any fine lines before you set. And then work over the top on a damp beauty blender your translucent powder. This is the Laura Mercier powder. For some reason I decided to use a lot more on this side. Not really sure why. Anyway, then going underneath the contour, and you'll notice as well I put it over all the other high points of her face, basically any areas where I've used my light concealer. With the My Kit Co blusher brush, I'm going in and applying my bronzer, which is one of the Hourglass bronzers in, I think it's Radiant Bronze Light. It's the darkest one. And then I apply my highlighter with the My Kit Co Highlighting Duo brush. And this is this Shine Bright highlighter from Doll Beauty. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Pop right in the high points of Chanel's cheeks. And then this is the key to her nose contour as well, as I highlight, highlight down the centre of the nose and on the tip of the nose as well. And then go back in and just tease them together. Little bit of shadow underneath the eyes now. Just using the same colours that we used on the top, so that's Morocco. And then I'm using a different fluffy blending brush to tease it into the skin underneath the eyes too. The joys of recording in natural light is that Chanel is a very different colour. Anyway, working into her brows now, I'm taking a medium brown brow powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills, using the lighter colour and just defining the bottoms of the brow first from where we created that sharp line. And it's really important I keep going in and brushing the product through the brow. Once I've got most of it in, then I use a different brush, My Kit Co angled winged liner brush, I think it's called, and I'm using an actual brow gel, a pomade now, and I'm going in and just kind of doing little brush stroke hairs. Then finishing up the brows with a Brow Precise by Maybelline, which is just kind of like it gives a bit more texture to the hair. My favourite lip combo. I love this lip liner so much. Any of you who've ever watched me teach or anything like that or seen me do makeup before will know that Tiramisu lip liner by Rimmel is my absolute fave. And then over the top of that, I'm putting Penelope Pink by Charlotte Tilbury. Then over that, I apply a light layer of Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream to keep the lips hydrated and add an extra glossy shine. The final step of my makeup with Chanel is to make sure that she's coated head to toe in foundation. This is the same foundation we use in the face. I'm just buffing it all over her chest. And then a little bit of highlighter on the collarbones. And finally, some Mario Badescu hydrating spray, just to take any powdery edge off any of the makeup. And there we go. We're all done. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you've really enjoyed our little step-by-step makeup video. If you'd like to see any more videos like this, you know what to do. Do the liking, subscribing, all that stuff down below. And of course, I mean, you probably already follow Chanel, but all of her details are down below too. Thanks so much. Bye! Give us a wow. Wow! She's on the floor. Oh no, I'm not coming there for that Chanel slay.